on like committees together too, so I had to like talk to her a lot.
And you're like, I know what underwear you're wearing.
Yeah. I'm looking through my phone like I'm still preparing for the pod, but we're on the pod.
Yeah, we're on the pod.
We just got here and there was like a huge rain.
Like
That's not how you say
downpour.
It. Huge rain.
It's a big rain. Big blue bubbly bottle of water.
Yeah, and so we're both soaked.
Mm-hmm. My fucking hair is wet.
Mm-hmm.
I had an umbrella, by the way, and I had boots on.
Yeah.
And my boots are completely waterlogged.
Yeah,
and
I had an umbrella too.
Like my shorts are soaked. Like I'm gonna get up and the couch is gonna be a little wet. Sorry,
my
Maxim.
shirt's soaked, but like everything I'm wearing is black, and also the shirt is mesh, so you can't tell at all.
Yeah. Totally.
It already looked like it was soaked. That's what mesh does.
It makes you look
like
wet.
you're soaked.
Yeah, you look like a dolphin.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so sexy.
Yeah.
JD Vance.
Is she wet or not? Did he say something about that?
He just tweeted one time, like, I talk about JD Vance like every episode of the pod now, but, because I think he's hilarious. But he tweeted one time, it was like a screenshot of something that happened on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was like, a woman has sex with a dolphin. And then there was like a picture. And then he said, maybe the internet was a bad idea. So he was trying to like be memeable, right?
Oh, very funny.
But when you search terms on Twitter, the terms that you searched come up bolded.
Oh.
In like the things that come up.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like bold dolphin woman sex.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you just Googled it? So you just searched for dolphin sex?
That's so funny.
And then he's like, that's too much internet.
Let me find some on the internet so I can say too much internet.
Yeah. He's like, I'll throw him off the scent.
Yeah.
I'll say that this is too much internet and not just the right amount.
He's posting this like during his politician years?
No, I think it was, I don't know when it was, but I think it was like definitely before he got like nominated for vice president.
Definitely before that.
Well,
but like
I'm
talking his like, what was he before? I'm supposed to know.
He was an author.
No.
And like
was he not like in politics?
He was like kind of, I think he was in politics. I don't know what his like thing was.
I think he was. I don't know
he was definitely in politics, but I forget like what exactly, like to what degree. Anyway.
I saw on Facebook, someone shared a photo of him from his personal Facebook from college of him blacked out sleeping face down on a party floor.
Yeah.
And it's still on the internet.
Damn, that's so sick.
Man.
We need more politicians like that.
Yeah.
But like with better like politics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why
because that is the reality. I have pictures like that. Probably.
Yeah, of course.
And I remember when I started to like get like a more serious job, I was like, man, I have so many crazy college photos on my Facebook. Because you used to just put every photo you took up on Facebook.
It would literally
There was no like, oh, let me be selective about what I put out.
Yeah, it would be
I was like, I want people to think I have friends.
Yeah.
And I do.
Okay, Brittany.
Well, it's not a problem now at all.
You'd wake up Saturday morning and then it would be like, Brittany Cardwell posted a new album of 98 pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like
always
fucking insane.
Every picture.
It was
even
so
the
crazy.
blurred ones. It was just like, well, this is everything I did last night.
Yeah.
Here you go.
No, exactly. Yeah. And then it would be like you holding your digital camera sideways in a mirror being like,
yeah.
God, it was crazy.
Man.
God, I used to do that. Me and my emo friends would go to like a playground and take digital camera pictures on it.
At a playground?
Yeah, because it was like...
Because there's like things to do. There's like
there was this like
and stuff.
Weird thing in like the emo culture where you would do like kid stuff, but in a sad way.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'd be like, you'd be like sitting on like a swing and be like,
yeah.
Like with your black big hair and your lip rings and shit.
Or you'd be on that one big painted map of the United States. Did you have one of those?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had one of those.
Just like...
Yeah. You'd be laying shoulders. And be like, and it'd be like, oh, and then the caption would be like, I don't live in this world or something like that. Something like super emo.
Man, me and Sierra, best friend from home, did I tell you this before? We took best friend. We got a photographer to take best friend pictures for us, and they're so ridiculous.
You have to find
We're
them.
at a park. We're at a kid's, just a park. And
How
we're
old were
like,
you?
we're like in I was 21. I was 21 because it was right before I left for grad school. That's what I did right before I went to grad school. I was taking pictures. We were like hanging out from behind a tree, you know, like doing like kind of like yearbook poses.
Yeah.
But as best friends.
Wait.
It was almost like engagement photos, but for us.
Okay, wait. So the you guys both poking out from behind a tree, was that supposed to be like ironic?
I think
Like, did you know it was
knew
funny?
It was stupid, but the idea of getting best friend pictures was a real idea.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think it was like a birthday present for me.
We have to find these pictures.
I have them. They're really ridiculous.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to think of what
that.
other poses we have. I think we're like jumping, you know, like we're in the air and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
And like we're like in front of like an ocean and we're looking off wistfully and thinking about how we love each other.
Yeah. Being like, I hope we're best friends after she moves to New Zealand.
Yeah. Anyway.
Welcome to Worthless
Clowns. I felt like we already did it. You know what? I'm getting all mixed up because on my way here, I was listening to an episode edit it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I already did this. I'm like, what am I doing here? And I've just heard the intro like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, we did the intro.
Yeah. Also, you're literally like, you were like, yeah, and then we took pictures. You like did that, and I was like, welcome to Worthless Clowns.
I know.
You were like,
I know. I was like, what's next? It's not the intro. I just did the intro. Anyway, welcome to Worthless Clowns. I'm Brittany Cardwell, Britannis Cardwell on Instagram. Oh, and it's a podcast about how stupid we all are.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm Allie O'Neill. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Allie O'Neill. And if you're so kind, please get me a towel.
Yeah, we're
so wet. We're both
wearing
so
white
wet.
too.
I know. It's fine, honestly.
Yeah.
But also have a spot after this.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
You'll be dried up by then.
I don't think so. All of my clothes, I'm going to get like trench foot in my boots.
Yeah, you're going to smell like a dog.
Yeah, I'm going to smell like a dog. And that's not because of the rain, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, God. How was your day?
It was fine. Nothing to report about my day.
Okay.
Except that I worked from Dwayne's apartment today.
How was that?
Well, I was going to just work there for a couple hours and go home. And I was like, I should just stay. The pod's nearby.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. I felt like I had my own office.
Oh, that's nice.
Because Sam's out of town. So I had the whole place to myself.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah. And also, like, your apartment is like one room.
Yeah.
So, like, you
can't get away.
Yeah. Like, everywhere feels like work and kitchen. And
it does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's nice to have, like, it's like being in a coffee shop, going to a coffee shop to work. But it's like more comfy. You could have your shoes off.
And because it's not my place, there are fewer excuses in my mind to be like, well, you could do this too. You could do this. You could get this done. You could organize your closet instead of looking at what you're supposed to look at. Like at his place, I did clean.
You folded his laundry?
I did.
Yeah.
But there was only like 2 things I could do that weren't work.
Yeah, totally.
So it was easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah. How's your day?
It was fine. I worked... there was an emergency at work.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Emergency font choices.
Yeah, totally.
Emergency.
It was one of those things where...
Pixels?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Where everybody at the company thinks that, like, it's like a situation where somebody's tied to train tracks.
Yeah.
But it's really just I had to make a banner. So everybody's like, we have to get this done tomorrow. And I'm like, okay.
What happens if you don't get it done in time? Are they like, we can't do the event? Or
No.
they just want it?
They just can't send the banner to the printer and they can't get it printed in time.
Okay.
Also,
for the whole event that's being promoted or whatever.
It's like, it's kind of like it's a banner that's being like hung up on the side of a building.
Oh.
So it's like kind of like a billboard. So they won't be able to send it to the printer until Monday if I don't finish it.
You know, sometimes I feel like annoyed too when there's people are like so rushed about their papers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what's the emergency? It's not an emergency.
Yeah.
to get the idea out, unless it's like COVID. When COVID hit, it was
Totally.
important for everyone to be like, get this out fast.
Yeah, of
you know?
course. But everybody feels like their own shit.
Everyone
is
thinks
COVID.
that for their own thing.
Yeah, totally. But so I just had a work emergency, and then I actually got finished a little bit early, and I took a shower and did my hair, but you can't tell.
Poor Allie.
Because I'm so wet.
She's so mad. She's gripping the couch so hard. It's all from the rain.
I just like break off the arm. I'm like, what? But and then I played. Oh, I got my Switch came in the mail, so I'm playing Animal
big
Crossing.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what I named my island?
Puka shells. That's a good name, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, Brittany, don't say anything. Just let her say it. And then Puka shells came to mind. And I was like, I'm saying it.
You're like, it's got to be that.
Yeah.
Because I know Allie really well.
Yeah. And
She would-
why would I think puka shells? If
it's
it's
an
not
island?
true.
Well, I'll tell you the real name.
Yeah.
Hotdog.com.
That's really good.
So
Allie
like,
loves hot dogs. You don't even talk about it on the pod.
that's
but
true.
She loves hot dogs.
They're my favorite food.
All her passwords too. All her passwords, names of islands. Is it? I've had hot dog as passwords a bunch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't even love them that much, so it must be all of yours. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Don't break into my bank account and put money in there. Oh, God. Yep. I'm playing Animal Crossing and, hotdog.com. So people are going to come visit my island and be like, hotdog.com.
They're going to think you can purchase stuff there, too.
Yeah. I actually should go
like
to,
it's a
you know
business.
what? Let's do it right now. Let's go to hotdog.com.
Yeah.
And see what comes up.
Oh, this is going to be good. I haven't done this in so long. I used to just search random websites all the time.
It's probably going to be porn.
Back before like social media and stuff.
Okay, hotdog.com. Stop streaming services that you can replace your cable cheaper. What's on?
What?
Okay,
It's
hold
like
on.
an old GPT made that website.
The last few years have seen a revolution in TV. It is no longer necessary to be tied to a cable provider with a long contract. There are many live TV streaming services that are as good or better than what the cable companies provide. All this is for a lot less money. Oh my God.
They don't mention hot dogs at all.
Yeah. And then they have
They don't even say like hot dog. Like, isn't this great?
yeah.
You know?
And then they list 4 streaming services.
Yeah.
Ready? Fubo, DirecTV Stream,
Ah.
Sling TV,
Mm-hmm.
and Hulu. What? What
Weird.
is going on? Oh, okay. Sporting events this week. The NFL preseason starts today and the Hall of Fame game.
This doesn't make any
Whoa.
sense.
I feel like it's some guy's like blog. Oh, look. Okay. There's another article that's like
Oh,
beauty.
it's just whatever he's interested in. at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time.
yeah. So ready? It's Beauty Plus Brains, Women in Blue and Miss Teen USA. And then he wrote an article about it. And then there's another thing that says, why get rid of cable TV?
What? Let me see this. I just want to see the look of it.
It's like,
Oh my God.
it's so crazy.
I had no idea. I couldn't understand it until you're like, it's his blog.
I mean,
This is
because if you scroll,
freedom, dignity, information. We love information
we
on
love
this pod.
information.
What?
And because if you scroll all the way to the
Why
top,
live without cable?
dude, every other post is about getting rid of.
Cord cutting wisdom. I have to read every one of these just
I know.
because I'm not going to be able to focus if I don't read these.
I know.
I'm not going to read them here, but I will read them on the train
Well, no, we should.
instead of finishing editing the pod.
Let's go through them,
I just
please.
spit on myself. Stream major events.
It's all okay.
Stream sports.
Every other post is about streaming and
Yeah.
then something random.
Yeah. He finishes his day. Look at all these links. He finishes his day. He's like, I made a lot of links today.
No, yeah,
I need a
literally.
beer. Like he's,
Yeah. There was one article that had a table of contents.
yeah. Get started now. With which part?
Miss Teen USA,
Yeah.
the NFL preseason, or getting rid of my cable. Which one?
He has like some like art, like the art for his hot dog, like the branding is kind
I
of.
know, it looks like a
It's
legitimate
kind of
like
cool, but then it's like a senseless website.
he probably got it off of like Fiverr or something.
Yeah. In a hurry. There's information below.
For what? For what?
It's more TV.
Oh my god.
Weird.
It's so crazy. Wait.
Anyway,
No. I'm not done with this. I have to go to the menu. What's the menu? Okay. Cut the cord, streaming, TV channels, sports, blog, VPN, deals. Oh, what's in deals? Black Friday 2023.
What?
Every streaming and VPN deal for cord cutters. What is going on? Let's go to the blog.
This website feels like if you click on something, you'll never get back to where you were before.
No, 100%.
It feels like it's like this like web that you get stuck in.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
And nothing actually goes together.
Yeah. I went into, oh my God, there's a pop-up that says cancel cable TV and money and save money streaming. Okay.
Life without cable.
I went into the blog section and it says top 15 cities with the most baseball victories.
What?
Wait, cities with the oldest baseball franchises. U.S. states with the fastest internet. Oh, by the way, I'm reading everything that I'm reading. There's like 2 posts about streaming in between.
Yeah. It's like he's made his own ads by talking about streaming.
Yeah.
But that kind of makes sense, right? Because wasn't he trying to sell?
I have no idea.
I don't understand.
Because he was like, save money by not having cable. Here's 4 streaming services.
Yeah.
States with the most physically active teens. Man, whoever this is.
We got to find out who this guy is.
Okay.
We're going to do some research.
Cities with the most digitally connected seniors. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
What is the thing that ties all this together? There must be something.
I have no idea. Wait, most popular Tiger King character by U.S. state. Who love Carol Baskin most?
It's such an old question, too.
It's so crazy. Oh my God.
He has this old question from Tiger King, and then he has a question from like 2023. What was that one?
It was Black Friday deals.
Yeah, deals for 2023.
Oh my God. Live TV streaming scams, full list of fake sites to avoid. And check out this picture.
It's a big arrow that says scam.
It's like a street sign.
Clouds.
It's like a street sign against the clouds. It just says scam.
Scam.
Oh my God. Wow. Sorry if that was so boring, but that was the most fascinating thing I've ever seen.
I think we discovered something big. Go to hotdog.com.
Go to hotdog.com and cut your cable.
Yeah.
There's no mention of like who writes it. It's crazy.
Get to know the true you. Cut your cable. It's almost like some kind of like, it's like a religion.
Yeah.
Like meditation.
Yeah, he's like
a lifestyle.
Also, I went back a little bit and it was like, what's the deal with cutting cable?
Yeah.
And then he was like clearly changed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird too. He's like, he has this like very specific point about the cable, right? And that's the main thing. And he's like, also check out these teens. Check out these older citizens' social networks.
Yeah, I know. It's so crazy.
Like the interest don't make any sense.
Yeah. God, it's so wild. Wow, we're not going to top that.
No, I don't think so. Let's end it.
15-minute episode.
Yeah.
Where we just go over hotdog.com. Man, I want to look at more websites.
Yeah.
We should get into our stupid stories.
Episode.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I can't believe the fucking gold we found.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. Man.
Do you want to get into your
Do you remember Perez Hilton?
Of course
It's nothing like this. It was such an ugly website though, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they all were back then. But it was just like bright pink and like the formatting was like ugly, you know?
Yeah, totally. I remember going into MySpace HTML.
Yeah.
And then making it so I like removed the music player on my page. So you would open my page and it would play and you couldn't pause it.
I don't think I had MySpace enough to know anything. I didn't know you could put music on it.
Oh yeah, you could put songs on it and like you could also like go to like there were these websites that had the full HTML for like designs that had like backgrounds and it would change like the color of your font and like it would make it you could change your cursor and shit.
I remember doing that a lot. I spent a lot of time just changing cursors in high school.
Dude, I downloaded a virus on my family computer because I wanted to change the cursor.
They got so many people through the cursor changes.
Yeah, I know. I know. And now you can't change any cursor.
Yeah, I never see a weird cursor anymore.
Ugh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Bring them back.
Yeah.
Bring back like customizable shit.
I feel like I have been on websites like within the last few years. I think it's when I'm at work and I'm Googling researchers to like ask to look at stuff. And sometimes I'll be on their personal website and the cursor is different because you can do it for your own website, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
If you have like a WordPress or something.
I'm pretty sure I've seen like a brain, you know? And then it's like so you feel uncomfortable with it because it's the same, but it feels like you don't know where to click anymore.
Yeah. Because you're just looking at the little brain walking around.
Yeah.
You're making somebody's brain click a link.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Dude, making it a brain is so hilarious. Like, I don't know, maybe like a little test tube, but I guess it's psychology, so people care about the brain a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
What's your stupid story?
I think you should go first.
You want me to go first?
I have to think about it. I think I ran out of stupid
we were in
stories.
a rush getting here. Then it rained.
I know, and it rained. Usually I like think about it and look at my notes and shit.
I
on the way
know.
over,
I normally do it all on the way here.
Yeah.
But today I was just like thinking I was going to get struck by lightning for 20
the whole
minutes.
fucking time.
Yeah.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And I was trying to walk close to the buildings like a mouse. I was like scared, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I won't get struck here.
Dude,
and I was like, only hold the rubber part of your umbrella. Only. And then I kept touching the metal because it was like so windy.
It was so windy. I was
and then I'm
fighting
like,
for my
Bernie,
life.
Rubber. I was
Dude,
like yelling at
I just
myself.
got a notification that's like rain expected to stop at your location at 7:53.
Oh.
So we're not going to have any. It's like not even happening for any reason. It was just for us on the way here. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, my stupid story. It's another childhood one.
Nice.
My dad used to tell us stories like before bedtime a lot when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he's great at it because he gets so detailed. It's like the same way he tells stories about motors now as an adult. He's like gesturing about like all the parts, you know?
Yeah.
And like every part is important, even though I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So like in some ways that can be really good for storytelling because he's detailed about everything that's happening.
Yeah.
As he's making it up.
Totally.
It's not like just information I need to know and I'm like, just tell me the thing I need to know.
Yeah. No, he's like building a world.
Yeah. He can build the worlds. So he used to tell us stories before bed a lot and we loved it. Me and my brothers. And every so often he would tell a scary story. And like we couldn't sleep. If he told a scary story, we couldn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
We'd be coming into the room like, I'm too scared. I got to sleep in here. They didn't want us to sleep in there, even though he's the one that made us scared. Like every time he told a scary story, this would happen. But he wouldn't stop. He just kept making problems for himself.
Man.
Like, and one time, sometimes it would be based on true information, which made it scarier. Like we'd watch, like Unsolved Mysteries or whatever. And I remember there was this one episode about this guy named Wadada. He was like a killer who was on the loose or something.
Oh my God.
I don't remember much about him, but I remember my dad
But you remember his name?
I remember his name because I was terrified of him. And then my dad told us a story based on true events. And we're young. And then I couldn't sleep. And I was so terrified for like weeks.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't go to the bathroom alone because there was a window above our bathroom. And I thought he was going to come in with a hammer or something, you know? It was awful. And then
I wonder why you have anxiety now.
Yeah.
Wonder where that came from.
Yeah. It's like I have safety, but only for brief moments.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, when does this end?
Yeah. Dude, the reason behind all of your anxiety is just Wadada.
I gotta tell my therapist about this guy.
Wadada. And when he shows up, he says his own name.
Wadada.
He's like, Wadada. And then he hits you with a hatchet.
It does feel like that.
Yeah.
It's like from a cartoon.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was always doing this, and then we were always too scared to sleep.
Yeah.
One time, stop me if I've told on the pod, I'm pretty sure I haven't. But one time, I know I've told you, he was telling us a story. Halloween had just passed, and my older brother went as a monkey. Right? So he had this
that's pretty cool.
But it was a scary monkey. So he had this monkey mask. Might have been from, was there something around that time?
With a scary monkey?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Anyway, he had a scary monkey mask.
Okay.
Like it almost looked a little zombie-like, but it was a monkey.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay. All right. Zombie monkey. Got it.
Yeah. And he went as a monkey for Halloween. So we had this mask laying around the apartment. And my dad decided to tell us a story about the monkey mask.
Oh.
And it was really scary. And the story was like, oh, it seems like it's just a mask, but, it gets human saliva on it. And the DNA from human saliva makes the mask come alive at night. Like the monkey could come to life.
Just the head?
Well, I don't think we thought about that. It was just the idea of this monkey being alive.
Yeah.
That's way scarier, though. He's just a head rolling around like, ah!
I mean, it is scary, but it's also like less threatening because you could just like step away.
It's scarier because it's weird to understand.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like actually less of a threat.
Yes, totally.
But it's almost like more menacing in a way. 'Cause
Of course,
it's like,
a
what?
head by itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's alive. So he was like, yeah, it gets your DNA on it, comes to life at night. And then we couldn't sleep for weeks because of this mask story, right? And then he was making fun of us for not being able to sleep. And it's like, you did this.
Yeah.
We're all doing it.
He's like, you fucking pussies.
Yeah.
What, you're afraid of the monkey mask that I
Yeah.
made up?
So then, in order to make us not afraid anymore, he was like, all right, I'm going to cut the mask up. I'm going to cut it up into tiny pieces. You guys are going to watch me. I'm cutting it up and then I'm going to throw it away. And then you'll feel safe, right? And we're like, yeah. And we watch him cut up the mask.
This is so insane.
He's cutting it like it's really tough meat. I remember it was hard. Like it was hard to cut into lots of pieces. He used a knife too. I don't think he used scissors.
What?
He used a knife. Or like a box cutter or something.
He has like a butcher's knife.
Yeah.
He's like,
We just include that in our
Yeah.
story.
yeah.
Yeah. So he's cutting it up in front of us, and then we're all thinking everything's gonna be fine now. We're not scared. And then like a couple nights later, he goes to tell us a story before bed, and he's like, "You remember the mask?"
What the hell?
He's like, "Well, I know I said that it can come to life, but now it's broken up into pieces and you guys are safe. But actually, if it gets any DNA on it at all, it's like all the pieces have collective intelligence and they can all communicate and they can find each other and they can reassemble."
Why? Why?
And then we were just re-scared, and that was a story he could never come back from.
Yeah,
I
because
was
then
like,
what is he gonna do?
Yeah, this mask
He's gonna
lives
burn it?
forever. There's nothing you could do.
He could burn it.
I guess, yeah. But all the pieces are already scattered.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's
So it's just
so
like,
crazy.
it's just funny because it was always like he was solving the problem of us being too scared to sleep.
Yeah, and
but then he would recreate it.
he would make a bigger problem
Yeah.
for himself. And he's like,
Yeah.
stop trying to sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
You're scared again? What
Yeah.
the hell?
Maybe he wanted to see how big the problem could get before he couldn't fix it anymore.
Yeah.
He did once tell me this story. It's the exact same thing. He was like, I remember in high school, you know, me and a bunch of buddies, we went out into this field and we had nothing to do back then. He was like, we would like just set the grass on fire. We'd set a little piece of grass on fire and then we put it out. And then we'd let it get, we'd do it again. We'd let it get bigger and we'd put it out. And
Yeah.
we'd see how far we could get before we couldn't put it out anymore.
That is such teenage boy shit.
Yeah.
That is the most teenage boy shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's like playing with fire and then seeing
Yeah.
how big you can make a problem before it's somebody else's
Yeah.
problem.
Mhm.
That's so crazy.
So it actually all makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he likes the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, men love to solve problems.
Yeah.
They love to do that.
And to take another big risk.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is just with like a story you're telling your kids and they're scared.
I know, and you're like making it worse for them and you. What
He's
the
up all
fuck?
night too for a different reason though. He's just
Yeah.
all hyped.
Yeah.
He's like, I got them scared again.
Yeah.
Now I got to make them feel safe again.
Yeah.
It's just like boredom.
Yeah, he's
It's like
just,
creating drama.
he just
you know?
wants to be the hero.
Yeah,
A little bit, you know?
know.
God, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
And like, wait, did it end at any point?
That's all I really remember. I just remember us being scared again for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know how it ended. Probably it just went away naturally. He was probably like, I guess I won't ever talk about the mask again.
Yeah, totally. No, that makes
Wadada
sense.
lasted forever.
Wadada?
Yeah. I think because I had seen the TV show about him, like it was so easy to imagine him for so long.
Totally,
'Cause
yeah.
I had a lot of imagery.
Dude, I wonder if they caught him.
I don't know. I should look him up.
We should look it
I
up.
look it up now.
Let's look it up
All
right
right.
now. How do you spell Wadada? Is it Wadada?
Yeah, I think it's spelled like it sounds. Just like my last name.
Dude, I hope he's been caught. I need to see this guy.
Oh my God. Is this him? Unsolved Mysteries. First thing that popped up. It's also, I think it's just a drawing. Wait, it's loading, but like the thumbnail I saw, I was like, that's not a person. No, it's a drawing. Oh, it's a sketch. Okay. I
It's
was
a
like,
sketch of Wadada.
I was like, he looks like a Barbie doll. Like a. But I remember this sketch.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that guy.
It's like a police sketch, but he's like unnecessarily scary looking.
Yes.
Like the way that it's stylized
Yeah.
is like kind of scary.
The way his eyes are looking. So you remember Breaking Bad?
Yes.
I just saw, this wasn't what it was about, but I just saw someone posted like about Walter White, and they did like a picture where he was a nice guy and then a picture where he was the other guy.
Yes.
Right? That's what his eye, it looks like when he's the bad guy.
Yeah. When he's like, I am
They
the
drew
one
his
who
eyes
knocks.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wadada, real name, last name is unrevealed though. Aliases, Wadada V. Son, Gerald, J. Soon.
He should stay with Wadada because Gerald is so much
Gerald.
less threatening.
Gerald's what he uses when he's like, I don't know, trying to just seem like not. Gerald is such a like, this guy reads books, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's like
Gerald is like a guy
he's like a boomer.
you never remember.
Yeah. Dude, you know what me and Dave do all the time? We do this thing called the name game
Yeah.
where we'll say a name, kind of similar to what we just did. We'll say any name,
Yeah.
and then we will come up with what kind of person that is.
Yeah.
So like Gerald would be a guy like in his 60s,
Mhm.
right? Who like is single
Yeah.
and he like is really close with his mother. He like takes care of her all the time.
Yeah.
And he like loves books and gardening.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of gay coded, but he's not actually gay.
This is exactly what I was imagining.
Yeah.
too.
And he's
Yeah.
like, he's probably like a receptionist at
Yeah.
like a law firm or something.
Mhm.
And he wears like, he's got like gray hair and glasses, and
Yeah.
he wears like a red sweater with
Yes.
like a blue like collar underneath it. Like we do this all the time.
But that's exactly him.
That's what I'm saying. We come
Yeah.
up with exactly who they are.
Maybe when this guy's Gerald, he does the nice Walter White eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He wears a sweater.
Yeah. Wanted for attempted murder and rape.
Whoa.
Missing since December 1988.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He's still out there. Wadada. Be careful. Man, everyone's going to be scared.
Wadada.
I'm just recreating the problem my dad created.
Yeah.
You know?
Every listener to this pod is going to be afraid of Wadada. It's so funny that you remembered his exact name.
Oh, also it was kind of a young girl that he attempted to kill and rape.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Why were they letting me watch this when I was
Unsolved Mysteries?
probably 8,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But my mom loves that stuff. She doesn't, that's the thing probably. My mom she doesn't feel the emotion of it because she's seen too much of it.
Oh, yeah,
For
totally.
her,
She
it's
doesn't
like
understand that it's like scary.
It's a fact program.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like watching PBS or something.
Yeah.
I had a big Unsolved Mysteries, like the old Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
I had a big phase of that where I watched it just constantly.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. And Robert Stack, the host, I love that.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that between every segment, he walks from a back corner to a front corner. And so I imagine that like he starts at the back and he walks forward as he explains the first unsolved mystery. And then when the next one comes up, like in between the next one coming up, he just like walks back to his spot and waits for the camera to be on him. And he like walks forward and explains it again. Like it's always him just like
what a
walking.
weird choice.
I know.
But I feel like that happened a lot during that time in TV.
It was very 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of that, like, just like walking through a door and starting to talk.
Yes.
You know?
Totally.
Yeah.
And like, I think it was like when we first like got really good, like got good animation technology.
Yeah.
So we could do like green screens and like seamless backgrounds and shit. So like there was so much media in the 80s and 90s where somebody was standing in a room of nothing. It was just like one color behind them. And then they would just be like walking forward and like explaining something. It's so crazy. And like, remember, they do this. Have you seen Documentary Now?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the first season, it's who is it? It's not Tilda Swinton, but it's something like that. Like who narrates it, who hosts it.
Oh yeah. I didn't see a lot of it.
But like she starts standing in a black room and explains stuff, and she's like, "This is our first documentary."
Yeah.
And then it's like a huge screen next to her.
Yeah.
But it's like clearly just animation, and like they loved doing that.
Uh-huh.
It was so crazy,
Man.
dude. And
So
watch out for
Wadada's
Wadada.
out there.
Yeah.
Be safe.
All right, what stupid
It's crazy
story should I
they
tell?
can't find people. You know,
It's crazy they can't find people.
I recently looked up how many murders go unsolved in the US. 50%.
Yeah, and it's actually gotten higher
Yeah.
since the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Which is kind of weird because we have so much more technology for solving.
totally.
But the number is high. I guess we're smarter about it too because
yeah.
people know more about how people get caught.
No,
maybe.
totally.
Yeah.
Also, like, the police suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think
Mhm.
that's, like, a big part
Yeah.
of it.
And there's probably just more, like the absolute number is higher because there's more people. So maybe like
Yeah, I wonder.
trying to track
but is
everything is.
But isn't it a percentage?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it used to be, like, less than 50% of murders went unsolved. So,
Yeah. I don't know.
Mm.
Anyway.
Well, we're not going to solve it right now.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. No, you can't sleep in my bed.
Go to sleep, Wadada.
Why are you crying? You're only allowed to cry for 30 seconds.
Yeah. Wadada.
What? What's your story?
Okay, I have like a short little thing, so I think I ran out of stories. I have to sit down and think about them. But so it's also about my father.
Oh.
Another dad episode.
Dads.
So growing up,
This is a story about a scary man named Boko. Just because your dad's the same as my dad.
I know, yeah.
So it's like, it's the same story.
Yeah.
But it's like some like slightly altered version of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the difference between like chipmunks and moles.
Yeah.
But so growing up, I heard time and time again that like the reason why women are bad at driving
Mhm.
is because they have worse depth perception because they sit down to pee.
What? That's what your dad said?
My father would tell me this all the time, where he was like,
Because we're not focusing on our pee stream?
because like men, when they pee, they have to aim their piss
Yeah.
into the toilet.
Yeah.
So they're practicing it constantly.
What about us in the world? We're using depth perception constantly.
But not as much as men. Not as much as men.
The percentage difference is so small.
I know. And so every time like he'd be driving me somewhere and there'd be like a bad driver who happened to be a woman, he'd be like, "Oh God. You know why, Allie? You know why that is, right?"
This is insane. Because like that's a again, your dad, it could be a funny bit because it's a ridiculous thing to say and to
ridiculous
continue
premise.
saying as
Yeah.
though that could possibly be true.
No, totally.
But it's not a bit.
No, he fully believed that. And also, I fully believed it for a very long time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, of course we
Yeah,
can't like
that
parallel
makes
park.
sense.
We have to sit down to
Yeah.
pee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when I was like,
Or maybe we can't parallel park because we've been told we can't parallel park.
I think it's because we don't have to aim when we piss.
Yeah.
I think, Brittany, you're being hysterical. But like, and so one time when I was like, you know, in college or maybe like shortly after college, I was getting lunch with my mom
Mhm.
and we were at PF Chang's and we were getting fucked up. I love
You
PF
love
Chang's.
PFs.
Yeah. Love
Got
PF.
those big horses. I
Yeah,
love
those-
it there too.
That's right. Those big
guess.
horses.
we
went
have a
to-
picture. We went to, was that in Cleveland?
No, it was in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
There was a PF Chang's right near our Airbnb, which
Yeah.
was so sick.
We went. I got a picture with the horse. It looks
Yep.
stupid.
I know. It looks stupid. And also, we were there before our show on Friday.
Yeah.
So, like, we went there at like 5 p.m.
And there was no one
and
in
it was a
there.
huge restaurant
Yeah.
and nobody was in there.
And then everyone who was there, which is like 3 parties, were watching me take a picture
Yeah.
with the big
Yeah.
horse. It was like embarrassing.
It looked like we were tourists for PF Chang's.
Yeah, it did.
And then remember our server was like way too excited.
Yeah.
He was like a very, very young,
Uh-huh.
like probably gay man.
Yeah. Yeah.
A twink.
Yeah.
And
He
he
was
was
so excited.
so excited to serve us.
I know.
Um,
Like, I feel like working at a restaurant like that, you don't get excited. It
Yeah.
must have been early on. He must have started recently.
oh, big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
He couldn't have been like older than like 22.
No.
But anyway, so me and my mother, we were getting lunch
Mhm.
at PF Chang's. We're getting a little drunk together.
Yeah.
The PF Chang's in Providence, in the Providence Place Mall.
Yeah.
And we were getting a little bit drunk, and my mom, she's like, Allie, you know your dad's gay, right? And I'm like, excuse me? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm
out
like,
of nowhere too. There was no context at all.
no, we weren't talking about him at all. And like, I was like, what? And then in my mind, I'm like, is it because he loves Madonna?
Yeah.
And then my mom's like, and I was like, Ma, why did you say that? And she's like, because he sits down to pee.
Oh, so he was worried about his own depth perception the whole time.
I don't know if that's what it is, but everybody in my family has a weird theory about what sitting down to pee means.
Yeah. It's like instead
Everybody.
of like you wear an earring on the left,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gay.
yeah.
It's like he sits down to pee.
Yeah,
Or whatever. But
I know. It's like sitting down to pee. Like there's just weird like mythos around
Yeah.
sitting down to piss in my family. And like I can't escape it. And I'm like, what the hell? And also, for some context, my mother and father hated each other for the entire time. Like
Yeah.
for as long as I can remember. Like I don't remember them being in the same room until like my uncle's funeral where he was murdered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they hated each other.
Uh-huh.
And then so they were like talking shit about each other to me all the time. And my mom's like, you know your dad's gay, right? Because he sits down to pee.
Was that her only? Did you ask for more evidence? Was that it?
I don't remember the rest, but I'm sure that was I feel like if there were more reasons, I would remember them.
Yeah.
And like, also, I think I might have been, at the time, I was not as like outgoing as I am now. So I probably didn't ask that many questions.
I mean, I think sitting down to pee, like as a woman, you do it all the time. So I'm not counting us. Sitting down to pee as a man, I think you're just tired or you're giving up.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I know people who sit down to pee all the time.
Yeah.
You know what's weirder than sitting down to pee as a man? Going to pee and then pulling your pants down to your ankles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a toddler. That's weirder.
Yeah.
There was one time when I was in this like improv group that was like a frat, and we it was a different trip than when I got publicly humiliated. But we were all staying in one hotel room, and Anaf, one of our improv guys, teammates, I guess, he went into the bathroom, and then this other guy, Nick, like surprised him and opened the door.
Yeah.
And we all looked in the bathroom, and he had his pants at his ankles and he was peeing.
That's crazy. Like, if you're at your own home, it's a little different because whatever, but you're in a public bathroom, your pants are just all over the floor.
He was in a hotel bathroom.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So we were like in the hotel,
it's still weird.
But like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why do you need, Maxim, why?
Is there a reason?
Is there a reason to pull your pants all the way down?
No, but it's just something that like little boys do, like before you're like, when you don't have like good control of holding your pants up and aiming at the same time.
Oh.
So I don't know. I've definitely,
easy.
I mean, I think sitting down to pee is totally normal for dudes too, but like the pulling your pants all the way down is low key disgusting and childish.
Yeah.
Hear that enough? It was also just like the worst way we could have found him.
Yeah.
He was doing that. It was so funny.
It's almost like he wanted you to find him that way. Like it's a prank.
Yeah, he had like a shaming kink, and he wanted all of us to be like, "Oh, baby,
and then he could be like,
baby boy."
No!
Yeah. And he's like, "Stop it.
Yeah.
No." It was so funny.
There was this woman who worked in a department I worked in like a long time ago. And we had like a shared ladies' bathroom, right?
Yeah.
A few stalls. She would like be walking down the hall before she even gets into the bathroom area. She's like unbuttoning her pants, and she like starts to unzip as she's walking into the bathroom. And then she'd finish peeing. We peed together a lot. Okay. So I saw it a lot. She'd finish peeing, and I'm like washing my hands. She walks out, and she's like pulling up her pants like out by the mirrors.
Oh my God.
Weird, right? She was just so comfortable.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I've done
we were
that
on like
before.
committees together too, so I had to like talk to her a lot.
And you're like, I know what underwear you're wearing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I've done that before when I like, okay, there was one time I was really drunk and I was in an Uber and I had to pee so bad. And I unbuttoned my pants in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to pee so bad. I was like,
Oh, I do that sometimes.
yeah, and then I like ran up the steps and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, doing it in a public place. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It sounds like an
Like
emergency.
a professional public place.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
your office.
With your colleagues.
Yeah.
Your coworkers.
Where you're talking about science.
Science, you're publishing with these people.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Oh my God.
Should we get into the post?
Yeah, let's get into the posty.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's fucking do it.
Man, it sucks so much to sit in wet clothes.
I know, I'm fucking
I
soaked.
feel horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna, okay, so tonight I have a spot at like 9 or 9:30, and then I'm going to Eli's like
Yeah,
thing,
birthday. Mhm.
birthday thing, so I'm just gonna be hanging out all
Mhm.
wet all night.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I know. I wish I had a different shirt or something.
I
but
know. I'm so wet, dude. It's
Maybe we could
crazy.
get like a cheap shirt from Walgreens.
I feel like the pants are
Like
the
a cheap,
problem.
ugly shirt. But that'd be fun though.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well,
it says New York and it's like the
if-
typeset is bad.
if you're good,
That's
we'll
what I
get you a
want.
cheap ugly shirt. If you behave yourself at dinner.
All right, here's our post from internet user. Am I the asshole for revealing my sister is faking her accent? I, 23 male, am from Canada. I lived in Newfoundland. Is that how you
Ooh.
say it?
Yeah,
Not
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
No.
That's how I said it when I was a kid.
No.
And that's how I want to say it, but I won't. Newfoundland.
We should bring a Canadian on here. Let's get
Yeah.
Graham K
Pat
or something.
Bersher.
Yeah.
Graham K.
There's so many
Sarah
Cana-
Hennessy.
That's
Who
right,
else? Andrea Allen.
Oh my God, Andrea Allen's
But she
Canadian.
doesn't sound Canadian.
There's
really.
so many fucking Canadian.
Yeah, there's a lot of Canadian comics.
Yeah, a lot of fucking Steph Tolev is Canadian,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so is Natalie Norman. Anyway, we just named all the Canadians we know.
Felt like we were on a game show.
I know. Name that Canadian. Avril Lavigne, Justin
Yeah.
Bieber,
Yeah.
Drake.
Was Jim Carrey from Canada?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy
got
shit.
one. I got one.
Write in the comments
And
what
that's the
Canadians
pod.
you can name. Who was the guy? Who was the governor that did crack?
Trudeau.
No, he did blackface.
Oh.
It was Ford, something Ford.
Oh, I
Maxim,
don't
do you
know.
remember the governor of some Canadian place that did crack?
Rob Ford from Toronto.
Rob Ford from
Oh,
Toronto.
okay.
He did crack. He was like the coolest mayor of all time.
Mm.
Anyway,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Newfoundland has a lot of variation in accents, but where my dad is from where my dad was from in particular has a very distinct, pretty difficult to understand accent. A lot of people would assume he's Irish when first meeting him. Irish.
hey, what's up?
Hey.
Let's name every person from Ireland we know.
I think everyone I know has some Irish descent.
Dwayne's parents.
Yeah.
My mom. Katie Boyle. Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah. Shane Torres. Me.
Well, okay, we're saying from Ireland though.
Oh, from. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus.
I was talking about descent.
Oh, okay. Well, this is
Well,
making the
I
game
guess our
show
friendship is weird
way
now.
too complicated. Anyway.
Okay. Difficult to understand accent. A lot of people would assume he's Irish when meeting him. Alberta, in comparison, is pretty much identical to a general American accent, except for a few tells if you know what to look for. My sister and I both sound like any other Albertan, although we both can imitate our dad's accent pretty well. Through our mother, my sister and I both have Australian citizenship. My sister moved there to be with her long-distance boyfriend 2 years ago, while I've stayed in Canada. Last month, I decided to fly over and visit family and wanted to come see her in the process. She seemed hesitant and tried to discourage me at first, but eventually she agreed. When I went up to her apartment to visit her, she greeted me in the Newfoundland accent. You can tell I'm nervous saying it every time.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland accent. It's just because it says found in the middle. So it's only because I'm reading it that it's hard, you know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It's like I have a really good friend. Her name's Rasheen, also Irish.
Yep.
Hey.
Little Rose. That's what that means.
Oh,
Yep.
she is a little Rose. I love her. Anyway,
And you want to say Royson
yes.
when you read her name?
Yeah. And we've been friends for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And I still sometimes am like, Royson. Oh, you know?
Yeah.
It's Rasheen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I laughed and asked her why she was putting on that voice. She was doing the Newfoundland accent. Her boyfriend was standing behind her and looked confused, and she got upset and told me to go away, still in the accent.
I really need to hear this accent.
Yeah, I really want to hear it too. We can play it. I had no clue what was going on at this point, so I just left and went to my car. 30 minutes later, I get a text from her. She said she had spoken in this accent for as long as she'd been in Australia because she was tired of having to correct people assuming she was American. And her friends and boyfriend all didn't know it wasn't her natural accent.
Oh my God.
This is confusing to me because I'm certain she called her boyfriend before going to Australia, so she presumably had been lying about the accent before anyone would even ask her if she was American.
Holy shit.
This guy like stayed up all night one night and was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, the timeline. He pieced it all together. She's been doing this accent for years, just on Zoom. She said her boyfriend was pissed about her lying and I should have just gone along with it. I asked how I was supposed to know what she wanted from me and wouldn't he be confused as to why we have two different accents anyways? And she just blocked me. His sister.
What the hell?
We haven't talked since. I'm so confused and I've been feeling awful about potentially breaking up her relationship. I mean, this would have happened eventually.
Yeah.
How could you hide this forever?
I know. Like, how do you think that, like, that's just not sustainable? You know what I mean?
And it's such a weird thing to do. Like if I was dating someone, if I like really love them, and I thought it was going great, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like I would. If I found out they were lying about their accent for years,
Yeah,
it would really, really throw things off.
It's such a it is such a strange thing to do.
Yeah.
Honestly, to like why?
Like why
Do you need
did
to
you
be
think
special
that was
that
necessary?
bad
Yeah,
or like that different or whatever? You know,
yeah.
it's so fucking weird.
She didn't like being called American, is her claim,
So
because
she
Australians couldn't distinguish the accent as well.
Well, also like the fucking the Canadian accent. The only difference is they're like sorry.
Yeah,
You know, they have like a few like small.
it's very hard
tells.
to tell.
Yeah.
Did you find the Newfoundland accent?
I did.
Oh, let's play it.
All right.
And let's play the Albertan after. But that one must be more.
That's
what we're
just
used
like an
to.
American accent, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think it's a Canadian accent still.
Anyway.
For squid baiting. And we were there for dinner, and I rode ashore too often. And was an old man sitting.
That is very difficult to understand. What's he talking about?
I can't even get a single idea of what he's fucking saying. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Why am I... Dude, I fucking looked up videos and it fucking comes up with Facebook videos. What the hell?
I feel like the way he's talking is like, I mean, not to like shit on anyone with an accent. I guess I'm going to though. You know, the way he's talking sounds like when you don't really know what you're going to say next.
Yeah.
So you blur a lot of words.
And you're like, her.
And then I said,
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing really in there at all.
I know. He sounds like he's like speaking in low quality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also like I can imagine that so Newfoundland is like a bunch of islands. It's in I believe like the northeast
Yeah.
of Canada. So it's like really cold and it's
Yeah.
a ton of islands.
Mhm.
And so like I imagine like, you know, settlers got there and then they were super like isolated and then they got this like
Yeah.
specific accent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hold on, there's a TikTok video. Let's see if this is
Okay.
more understandable.
I'm after telling this story on here before, but sure, there's no harm telling it again.
That does sound Irish.
It does, yeah.
Work with native made do a bit training over in Scotland, specifically in Aberdeen.
It almost like
That
sounds
really sounds
It sounds like a guy doing an auction as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Like it's a little too fast.
Yeah, I
Can we play that again?
yeah.
Me and two others from here went over, and we was all working together with the rig crew. They was out in Scotland. So a couple of days in,
Oh my god, that's so great. It really sounds Irish.
Yeah.
You know what makes it really Irish is like Irish people, they speak in this very like sing-songy way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, they're like
Yeah.
tiddly-too, tiddly-too. You know how fucking dumb Irish people speak. And
I'm gonna
like
lose some people here.
I wonder if it's like an Irish accent from like a long time ago that like became its own thing. That's so fucking crazy.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Man. So, big breakup. All about this accent.
Wait, is that the end of the post?
That's it. He got blocked by his sister.
That's so
They
crazy.
haven't talked. It's only been a few days. I'm sure they'll talk again. I mean, she has to realize like she got herself into this.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
She's probably just upset right now because her boyfriend cared. But
Yeah,
I would care.
I would care too if
I would
somebody
be
was
like,
faking
what
an accent.
other what other irrelevant thing are you going to lie about?
Yes, I know.
You know?
I know. Something that's like so unimportant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That is the most concerning when someone lies about something that didn't matter.
Yes.
I'm like, what?
Why?
You're just like practicing or something?
Yeah,
Like, what are you
I
doing?
know. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Yeah, people are saying you're not the asshole. Oh, look at this one. People living that deep in a lie often forget is a lie until confronted with it. She might have gotten used to being that way.
I mean,
If it's
yeah,
been
how long has she
years-
been living over there?
It sounds like a while. Couple of years, I think.
Damn.
Um,
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, that's a lot of like mental effort on her part, though.
Yeah.
Like whenever I try and do an accent, I'm like, I can't think.
I remember when I was like in 5th grade or whatever, I would go to the mall and then I would like pretend to have a British accent because I thought it made me interesting.
Yeah,
And it would be exhausting.
yeah, it's hard. It's a lot of thought.
And I'd be like, oh, what's this then?
Yeah,
You all put it in the bin.
yeah.
That's rubbish.
Katrina's gonna be so offended.
Yeah,
Sorry,
just sounding like
Katrina.
a fucking chimney sweep.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, someone's quoting Seinfeld here. Cue George Costanza saying, "And Jerry, remember, it's not a lie if you believe it."
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
man. Okay, yeah, everyone's just saying like you had it coming.
Yeah, of course she did.
Yeah.
Or like the sister had it coming, not
Yeah.
like the poster.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I can't. I'm a bad liar. Like even when I'm supposed to be lying for like also Dwayne's a bad liar, I just found out.
Oh
He didn't
yeah.
lie to me. He didn't lie, really.
Okay.
We were trying to like because Sam's birthday was a surprise party.
Oh, okay.
And Chelsea invited me and Dwayne. And then Sam, we were at home and Sam was like, so Chelsea like told me to keep these dates free. Do you guys know what's going on? And I was like, you know, I'm bad at lying. So I was a little nervous.
yeah.
But I was like, oh, I don't know, you know. And I was
Mhm.
watching TV and I was like, just focus on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Just think about Marge porn because you can't stop. Keeps popping into your head because you got those emails as a kid.
I know. Also, we looked at it on the pod a bunch.
We looked at it on the pod and then I looked it up again to show Dwayne. So I just reinforced it. Anyway, I was like, I think I lied okay. He doesn't know. He doesn't think I know anything. But then Dwayne just starts laughing.
What the fuck?
Because he knew there was pressure to lie and he couldn't do it. We didn't even talk about this, but I was like, I know exactly what's going on
Dude,
here.
it's so funny. It's so funny. Sam's like, do you guys know about this? And then you're like, and then Dwayne's like,
It was ridiculous.
It's so crazy. Also, if you guys don't know Dwayne's laugh, it sounds so ridiculous. I saw a picture that somebody posted for his birthday, and it was his mouth open. He was laughing. I was like, I can hear this picture. And then Sam's like, okay, everybody in my apartment is having a stroke at the same time.
He was like, I'm just going to leave the room.
Yeah, I know. That must have been so uncomfortable.
I know. But so Dwayne's laughing and then he's like, I don't know. And he put his arms out too much, you know? Like he was really overacting, like being like baffled about the dates being.
He's doing this. He's like, I don't know.
I don't have any clues
Why
at
would
all.
they be open? Anyway, anybody have a quarter in their pocket?